name?
Betty.
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 Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and we are glad
Such
to
a
come to your
pleasure.
home. And
Well, such a pleasure to have you take your time to come to visit people.
yeah, thank you so much.
That's
So you said you are 61 years old?
I have been there.
How old are you now?
98, almost 99
98, going to 99.
in July.
Wow, the Lord has been good.
I have been so blessed. Yes,
Praise
in
the
our
Lord.
family.
What kept you going? I mean, those are many years. What kept you going and growing strong?
Well, just everyday life and having a family and well, I suppose having a loving family to grow up in. And of course,
Loving family.
that was in the Depression, and we lived on a farm. We were perfectly happy and very fortunate to have the food that we could produce.
Yeah.
And when I think how hard people worked in those days, my parents moved about 25 miles when I was 8 months old and had bought a farm. My father came from England. And
Oh, your father is from England?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And
Why did they move to the U.S.? Why did they move here?
he was 21. I really don't know for sure. When we were growing up, you didn't ask questions. Parents.
Why? It's not like today.
It's not like
Today the kids
Children-
can ask anything. And
Yes,
they'll
the
be fine.
children were brought up to be a pleasure and do their very best.
That's true. It's very different from today.
It is so different. I mean, we wanted to learn to do the projects around the farm.
Yeah.
As I started to say, they were moving about 20 miles, and
Wow.
they had an automobile to ride in,
Wow.
but the furnishings came by horse and buggy.
Wow.
And
And you've
they-
been driving, you just mentioned you have been driving for long. You just stopped driving last summer.
yeah.
So you've been driving for over maybe 60 or so.
Oh, we got my license either 17 or 18. I was a little older doing that. So,
Wow.
so I drove long enough.
So you drove long enough. Almost 80 years, about 80
Oh,
years.
yes, I think it
Wow.
get out 82, but that's enough.
You've been to church, you go to church, and you love the Lord.
Yes,
And
absolutely. No, growing up in a Christian family, my father was from the Church of England, and my mother's basic family, I suppose, was Quaker.
Okay.
But Mom was Methodist,
Okay.
and we stayed pretty much in that.
And you still go to church?
Yes,
You go to-
Federated, the same one that you're speaking at tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes,
the Congregational Church.
well, Baptist and
Congregation.
Congregational, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But we moved here in 97, so this is the longest I ever lived in one place.
Wow. How old are your children now?
My daughter is 71 and my son is 70.
Your children are 70, 71 and 70.
Yeah.
My goodness, those are your children.
They are.
It's hard to imagine.
They
that.
are, years ago, Beth gave me, I don't know what it was now. My mom is my best friend. You know, and they're just like you are.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not children anymore, except for the love you have for them.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. How about your husband?
he was a veterinarian. We both went to the same high school as freshmen. He was from New Jersey. And
So you met him in high school?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
And then he was in the Navy,
Okay.
World War II.
Okay.
And finally went to veterinary college, and
Okay.
I worked as a secretary, of course.
Do you remember how old you are when you got married?
Well, 46, so from 25 to 46, 21.
21.
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes
Your
out.
maths are right. 21. Your maths are great. 21 years, that's when you got married. And he passed on, how long ago?
7 years ago.
7
It
years
will
ago.
be 7 this fall.
So from 21 to 98 minus 7, how many years ago? So you were married for how long?
71.
You were married for 71?
Yes.
My goodness.
That's so good. Right.
I hope you enjoyed your marriage.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They were a perfect couple.
No way to
Uh-huh. Wow. What would you tell young couples today? You know, if you met a young family, a young couple that are not able to stay together maybe for 5 years, 10 years, what would you tell them? What kept you going for 71 years in marriage?
Just everyday living. You have a Christian background,
One day at a time, yeah?
one day at a time, right, but a goal, certainly,
Mhm.
certainly. And he had his own practice. His first job was in Augusta, so that's why we came to Maine.
Okay.
So, and we liked the people here very well.
So you spend a lot of time together. Did you spend time traveling together with your husband?
Well, when he was on trips, but traveling was something you did after you accomplished other things in life.
Early along, he's busy working.
I mean, you built an office
Uh-huh.
and a house
Yeah.
and building a practice and having children.
Then you
were
can
busy
travel.
enough.
It-
Well, when
yeah.
we did not travel as people do today to take trips. We enjoyed each other and we enjoyed working together. After we came here, we built a camp because we liked snowmobiling
Yeah.
and enjoyed that.
Hmm.
So no, we were always busy ever since you knew us, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Always busy.
yeah. Or volunteering.
And now you live here by yourself, or you live with other people in your home here?
No, I'm by myself.
99 and
I-
you're still living by yourself. Wow.
I probably wouldn't be here except that Bruce had so much material or machine
Yeah.
equipment in the shop for
Oh.
woodworking,
Yeah.
and he had the tractor and trailer and whatnot because he worked with Bob
Yeah.
after we came here.
Yeah.
So
I'm so impressed. And your house is sparkling clean, neat, looking
why not?
great.
Why not?
My goodness.
I do my I can do liver raking each day, and last year I had a garden. I had the vegetables here in the flower garden.
Oh, you
as well.
did?
So, but I'm just one day at a time this year. See
One
how
day at
things
a
go.
time.
Well, we aren't cleaned up for the storm. I mean, the driveway is utter mess. And
Are you worried right now about anything? Any fears? Any worries? Any? Anything to worry you?
No, not at all.
You're fine. You
Uh,
happy?
God,
You think you're leading a happy life?
absolutely, absolutely. There's the peace of God of knowing He's in control,
Mhm.
and good friends, wonderful family. The neighbors have been so good, and no,
Beautiful.
it's.
Thank you so much for
Well, I
sharing.
can't imagine that you would find anything interesting in my life.
A lot. There's a lot. I mean, your story is a story of success, and you still here. You have a smile.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, you still have
so
the
many
joy.
memories. Right,
Mhm.
right. Bruce did write his memoirs, and the kids have been saying, "Well, why don't you write things down?" Too much going on.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's always someone in or family or maintenance. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
When you own property, I
You have
have
to do
learned,
maintenance, yeah.
look around and see
Mhm.
what's flooded and what needs painting and all these things.
That's true.
Right.
So what would you tell our people back home in Africa when we go back there? What would you say?
I admire your people so much.
Mm.
And of course, one of the things that seems so simple to us is your water supply.
Mm. Okay.
It's so hard that you still have areas
Have no
where-
water.
where
That's true.
safe water is
We
available.
do a lot of we drill boreholes, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
because we don't have water in many places.
And of
So
course, when I was young, we didn't have electricity until I was a freshman in high school.
you didn't have electricity
No,
in
New York-
America?
Right, in New York State.
Wow.
The towns did, but we lived down a rural road with the farm.
So what did you use without electricity? What did you have in the house?
Well, you carried your water and you heated it on the stove. And you carried it with the washing machine in the
you-
bathroom.
Ah, okay. Wow. That's
Yeah.
different from today. That took
Quite different, quite different.
quite different.
No, electricity means so much.
It
Maybe
does.
that's why I can sympathize with the people in Africa not having the basic
The basic
supply unit.
electricity, water.
Yeah.
There are many places. Where I grew up, we didn't have electricity until very recently. So we grew up in the dark, no water. We used to go to the river. So it's
Right.
kind of similar. What
Well,
you
that's
said.
why I wanted to ask you. You should tell me about your.
Oh, book, I'll get his book from Mark
Yeah.
and
I'll-
let you read
I'll
it.
get you my book, and you can
Yeah.
read it, and
So,
you'll be able to see my story. And
well, I think
He
that's
only
his-
ate once a day, Betty.
yeah, you'll see in my story in my book, and
Yeah.
but it's nice visiting with you, seeing you strong at 98, going to 99. Well, it can't get better than that.
I have two friends. I had three that were pretty much the same age, and one friend is 103, and the other that I went to kindergarten with is a month older than I am, and we keep in touch.
They live here in Maine.
No.
Where do they
Oh,
live?
one is in the nursing home in Augusta, and the other is in New York State, where I grew up.
How do you keep in touch?
Telephone.
Email,
Email?
telephone. Yeah, when I say I don't like Facebook, email is so wonderful.
Oh, you still do emails?
Oh, absolutely. The research and all that's available to people today.
Wow, and you're on Facebook.
Yeah, but I don't like Facebook, and I don't reply.
Wow, nice meeting you, and we hope when we come back, maybe next year or the year after, we'll be able to see you again and
Oh, that would
visit
be
with you.
wonderful. Well, so now, when did you turn a corner in your life from from, say, starting with electricity. How old were you?
Electricity came when I had left home working. That's maybe less than 10 years ago. Yep, so
How old are you now, if
that's,
you don't mind?
I am 55.
What a youngster. My
He's just a
goodness.
pup.
I am young.
You
So
are-
that's why I want to listen to your story, because for me, I'm 55 and talking of 99. I mean, that's really impressive, you know. And you still look.
unknown antiques.
And
Antiques.
I didn't see you walking with
Betty, is
with
the
a stick.
bathroom?
Yeah, just down the
No.
hall. You can't miss it.
I never saw you use a stick, a walking stick.
I do, I do. But
I never saw you use one. So.
I want to go as long as possible without it. I have to do a lot of exercises. From balance is my main problem now.
You do exercise?
Oh, she does exercise.
What do you?
every
What
morning.
kind of exercise do you?
Can you touch your toes?
That just touching? You do that? Oh, wow.
Well, I think
How is your
just
day?
keeping in physical condition all
Yeah.
your life is so important.
It's very important.
Very important.
What time do you get up and what time do you go to bed?
Ooh, about 9:30. I'd like to go to bed at 8, and it's usually 5 o'clock when I wake up.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
What do you do at
And
5
I don't
o'clock?
take much of it. Take care of myself. Do exercises.
Ah,
Keep
okay.
up with other people.
Huh,
And I'm
5.
still be way behind, right?
Right.
The desk is an utter mess right now.
5 o'clock. I thought you'd be waking up at 9 or 10.
Well,
Because-
when you live alone, and if you have anybody coming in to work, and you have to get to the door to greet them,
That's true.
it makes
So-
that was one of the hardest things. Not
You
having
take-
a husband, not having somebody else to.
I know. That's right.
So you've got.
Do you take coffee in the morning or what do you take?
I have decaf coffee.
Decaf coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, what's your favorite meal? What do you
Good
like to eat?
breakfast. Oh, all kinds of things. I have my oatmeal. Betsy has her oatmeal, right?
Oatmeal. Okay. Okay.
And she cooks for you, so you
Yes.
know some of her
Very
delicious food.
good. Very good food.
And I enjoy cooking, and I enjoy Betsy's cooking.
You
so
still
we're
cook?
pretty-
Do you cook now?
Yes,
I
she
live
cooks.
alone, my dear.
I know.
You do everything.
You do everything for yourself. You don't have anybody coming to help
I
you?
have a cleaning lady that comes every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, okay.
Yeah.
Just to help clean up.
Vacuuming is hard.
Okay,
I
okay,
can't get my arms up.
okay, okay.
That would be too hard.
Wow.
But I managed to do the outside, and
Yeah.
that is so good.
Maybe last question. If you are to live again your life, if your life went back, what would you do different? Anything you would change or do different? If you found yourself to be 25 again? Or you're happy with the way you lived your life?
Well, I'm pretty happy with the way God has directed my life.
Yeah,
I think that's the key.
yeah,
Having parents who are parents,
that's true.
and that's what's
Very
the
important.
problem with America today.
Parents are
Parents.
not there.
Parents are not there.
That's right. And that's a
No.
big problem.
No, I think from what I hear, in your country, the parental relationship is much stronger.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
We are still very communal, and though it's changing also, especially in the city. You know,
Yeah,
life is
not for the best. Then.
not for the best. Life is changing and
Right.
all that. So growing up, were you from a wealthy family?
No. My father had $24 when he came to the States.
$24.
Yeah,
That's all he had when he came to the
that's all he
States.
had.
So life was tough.
No, everybody was in the same situation. We didn't complain. I'm sure he was pleased to be here.
Yeah.
But even through the Depression, Well, of course, we were very fortunate living on a farm. And after he worked on a modern, in that time, dairy farm in Brooklyn, New York. And did very well. And he came in, they were married in 1914, and in 1926, he bought a farm.
1926.
1926.
Wow.
And he did all the work himself.
Wow.
I had two brothers, 10 and 6 years older than me, and they walked to school a mile and a half.
Any one of them living?
No, I've lost both.
So none of your
But
siblings
both,
is here?
no, I'm the last one. My sister-in-law lived to be 101.
Your sister lived to be
My sister-in-law.
in-law,
Yeah.
101.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but that's not within my family, but my brothers were in their 90s. My father had a heart attack in his 60s. That seems so young now.
Yeah, it's wow. Thank you so much.
Well, I can't imagine why you want to hear mine, but I would love to hear more about you.
We'll share more, and I'll bring you my book, then you
Yeah,
can...
that's not like talking to you.
I know, that's right. Thank you so much.
And
what a
Faith,
pleasure.
I didn't get
No.
more time to
Thank
talk
you.
with you than Faith.
We
That's
will.
not fair.
Well, we'll talk more, and thank you so much.
My heart will trust in you.